I call this hatchlings at play. Okay, we're back. Got a feather here. Got a little bit of issues here and there that we'll have to work around, but all in all, not that bad. But this feather here, like all my feathers for the charity event Sportsman Giving Back, I've been talking about Brian. He had an issue. He lost all the feathers that he had, along with a bunch of other stuff. He lost a lot of money, a lot of assets. It was horrible. I feel horrible for him. And so I bought some feathers from a dealer on eBay, and that was Miss Patty Wilbanks, and I've been giving her a shout out. If you watched any of these feathers, paintings of this sort, she has been so great to work with, and her channel, please check out her channel. I can't say enough thanks to her. So I'm going to continue on, and when I come back, this will be done. Okay, so what we have here is some green that I made a while back. It's homemade, it's olive green. It is made with Mars Black and some various yellows and white. I've got some liquid, this is just liquid matte fluid. If you use the gloss fluid will make your colors lighter and kind of bleed them out a little bit, whereas the matte fluid won't. So that's the reason why I'm using the matte, not because I'm just necessarily wanting matte fluid. With this, I'm going to get, this is Phthalo Green. And Phthalo Green is a neat color. It's kind of like Phthalo Blue, and that's transparent almost, but it is it's got a green color, and it's really neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some of this in with this. You can see how much lighter it is. I like that. And we're going to get some of this going here. I'll get a little bit of this in here. This will make it a little bit more opaque, because we got that black background. I think I want that more. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wanting right there. I want to get that opaqueness going. I'm really not wanting much of this color to show through, but I am wanting to get a good bit of it going, because we're going to be doing kind of a night underwater scene. And this is going to be a underwater scene from the local beaches around here. And the water here, this is called the Emerald Coast of Florida. And the reason why is that our Gulf of America waters are emerald colored. And so we don't have blue water per se. We have emerald green waters. You don't get blue waters until you go out a little ways. And so different areas of Florida have different colors of water. So you get down towards Key West, some of those areas, Isla Mirada, places like that, you're going to get into turquoise waters, and those waters are absolutely gorgeous. Trust me, they are breathtaking. And then these waters here are just equally as gorgeous, but it's a different type of beauty. You know, like some people, they want one thing, and other people like another. So we'll get a little bit of this olive, kind of make this a little bit more opaque as we do this other side here. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of titanium white, not much. And just kind of do a little. clean that off. The reason why I'm able to do that is that a thin paint goes over top of a thick paint. And so I'm doing this super thin. Super duper thin. Okay. While I'm doing that, I was thinking, you know what, why don't we go ahead and do some other things in here that'll be in the background that most people won't notice, but it sure would look neat. So I'm going to take, just kind of do a little. So, wondering what I'm doing. I am making little signs of fish. I'm going to call this a big school fish. So you got some in the background, some in the foreground. It's just a huge school baseball. I've let this dry. One of the things I've done is I've took a pencil and I've kind of sketched, it's hard to see, but I've kind of sketched references of where I want certain images. So the concept is turtles. I want baby turtles. Baby turtles are very bright because they're newborn. They've not got their adult colorations. They've not got age on them. So for that reason, we're going to be using this thick body acrylic in titanium white. And I'm actually going to use quite a bit of that. More so than I normally would in a painting for animals, unless it was like a white dog or something other. So take a little bit of water. I want to thin this down. I mean, I actually do want to thin it down with water, not the acrylic, because what I'm trying to do is do what they call shadow painting, and I'm just shadowing it in. So right here, we're going to do this. There's a shell that, generally speaking, is kind of ragged. They've got more ridges than an adult does. And then we got this. Got this fin here. And I got another fin coming here. Again, it's storming, so if you hear any sounds or whatever, it's the storm. I Can't do anything about that. My dog will be nuts. And under here is white. Then here we got some fins. So that's kind of a reference point there for me to go with. Here, got another one. Let's see, his head is right here. And have him kind of looking up a little bit like he's fixing to swim up. And he's turning. Little tail. Do that. I think that looks good there. And then, let's see. Two. Okay, and then do one right here. Thinking. So we're gonna let that dry, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm gonna do there. It's had time to dry a little bit. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get some Payne's Gray, and it is black mixed with blue, usually ultramarine, and so it has a nice color. I'm gonna put a little dollop here, and the reason why I'm doing that is that these turtles, they have kind of a bluish tint to them, but they're mostly dark, almost black when they hatch out, at least the ones in this area. And so I wanted to kind of hint at that a little bit. This right here is not a good Payne's Gray. So what I'm going to do is use some ultramarine blue. This color is meant to mimic lapis lazuli. And lapis lazuli is the original component that Payne's Gray was made out of. So in the past you've seen me use phthalo blue, but I'm adding ultramarine here to kind of get a different color. I want it to be more bluish. may need more ultramarine later, but for right now this will work. And they have a white rim to them when they are born. So their fins, everything kind of has a white rim to it. It's really unique. Very few animals have that. Probably the dumbest way of trying to survive, blend in. I don't know why they're born that way. That just, nothing about it makes sense, but it is what it is. Some water. Now this is where I'm going to have to be creative in how I do it. I hate black and white things. little ridges that go along their backs. Lines here that go on the sides. Okay. Starting to get some of the colors, but not much. colors to just kind of, this right here is more scooped out. So I'm just trying to things I don't like is that eye. I want to go ahead and fix that eye a little bit. Turtle eyes are unique. Nah, I need to get that uniqueness. So we'll get that. Come back here. Like that. Yes. white. Turtle's eyes more. Leave that one alone. I think that is pretty good there. And I do want to kind of... Here, let's do this. I'll take some water and titanium white. Thin that out. Just kind of... a little bit of the gray that I made. That's what I'm going to do, is leave this part alone. I think that looks good there. Now, let me get in here with some of the darker colors. Kind of want to darken that up. And we'll take a little bit of and take this right here, lighten that up. Forward light. Phthalo green. Right here, phthalo green. Grab it. Some titanium white. And mix in here. Take a little bit more white. Mix over here. That. I'll take get some water. So we'll do. Then I'm going to take a little bit of I'm going to mix these two together. Too much. Oh, come on now. Don't do this. Now, we'll take some olive green, I think. This is a homemade olive green that I got right here. It is made by using lamp black or Mars black, some yellows and some whites. And I think I'm going to mix that up. Get some various stuff going on here. This to kind of be watery. Subdued. Okay, so I'm calling that good. I'm going to take my name, do my name. In this case, I think I'm going to use this color here. Kind of an aqua color. So what do you think? Love to hear your comments. Remember, this is for an auction, so it's a charity auction. I'm donating the feathers. If you have any type of money that you'd like to give to a good cause, a good charity, Sportsman Giving Back, consider them. They're a very good charity. Other than me donating to them, I really have no ties to them. I'm not on any type of board of directors or anything of that nature. I am just somebody that really, really likes that group. Please comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that really does help out as we try to get this channel monetized. And I'll see y'all guys again next time. Bye.